What is up, guys? I am finally back with another episode of Let's Troll Double Zoe with D Cubed. The reason I haven't gone the past 2 days, it's not that long, but I kind of didn't really tell you guys anything about it, and yeah, but I do have excuses. I actually had a VGC tournament, a Premier Challenge, a local Premier Challenge on Saturday. It was a really fun event. It was a local event, so there were not that many entrants, but there were a lot of really strong trainers there, and it was actually a very competitive tournament. I went with a few of my friends, so they provided a bit of extra competition, and there were some really tough people there. I actually ended up winning the entire tournament. I went undefeated throughout the entire event. There were 5 Swiss rounds, and then a top cut of 8. It was all best of 3, and I actually did not drop a single set. And I only dropped one game out of all those sets. My final record from the tournament was 16-1, and I won the entire tournament. So I won all my games in Swiss except one to a very good friend of mine, and then I won all the games in Top Cut. So yeah, only dropping one game out of 8 best of 3 sets against a friend of mine was really cool. I won the entire event. I had a lot of fun. So did my friends, I think, and it was just a great event. So that's why I was kind of busy Saturday. I didn't really feel like recording an episode then. I do have another tournament next Sunday, so hopefully we can have as good of luck there as we did as the one last weekend, because it was a really fun time, and it kind of gave me that buzz again from playing VGC. So you always have that kind of post-tournament hype about the game, and I really am in that post-tournament hype right now. But I do not plan on giving up this Small Gun Double series anytime soon. I really love this as well. I love filming these for you guys, but I might actually start putting out some VGC content in the upcoming week or weeks. I may do a team report on the team I used to win the Premier Challenge. I also took that team to regionals. So yeah, I might do a team report on that. I might go over some of my games from the Premier Challenge. I might just play VGC 16 on Showdown for fun. I don't know what I'll do, but I may put out some VGC content as well. But I will not stop doing the Smart on Double series, that is for sure. And then the reason I was gone yesterday, Sunday, is just because I did not feel too great. I got kind of sick. Nothing else to say there. I just got sick after the Premier Challenge. But yeah, I had a great time with the Premier Challenge. So I missed you guys a lot, and I hope that you will enjoy these episodes that I'm putting out today. So yeah, let's just hop right on the Small Gun Doubles. First of all, the team that I used at the Premier Challenge was this team. I'll just put it out there. I've used it so much. I feel like everyone I know knows it by now. But yeah, this is a team. I'm not going to go over it right now. But as I said, I may be publishing a team report on that soon. But anyway, let's. This will be get back to this team. If you guys remember this team. This will be the last episode of this team, I think. I am going to try to build a new competitive Small Gun Doubles team for the next episode, which hopefully will go out tomorrow. But yeah, today we'll just try our hands at this team one more time and probably retire it after this episode. So let's just hop on to the... We gotta log in real quick. Oh, no. Saxophonist. Hey, this is the... Alright. My password. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry, I have a ton of Pokemon Showdown accounts, and I really got all the passwords mixed up. I'm sorry. I'm not sure why I was logged out in the first place, but whatever. Yeah. So after all that news you guys heard about, let's just hop on to the Small Gun Doubles ladder. It's been a while since I've been on this ladder, but hopefully we can pull out a few wins. I'll do 2 or 3 games in this episode, depending on how long the battles go. But let's just hop into it and see what we can come up with. I have not played too much Pokemon recently, but alright. Very interesting team. I'm not sure why the Ninetales is there. It's definitely Mega Blastoise. Staraptor could be one of a few different sets that I've run in the past. Drapion, maybe like a Crit Drapion with Scope Lens or something. Probably a standard Sylveon, and then Meowstic. He doesn't look like he has a Trick Room team, but he might. Blastoise, Drapion, and Sylveon are all semi-usable in Trick Room. So we should be aware of a Trick Room setup in case my opponent goes for that. As for leads, Charizard is not bad at all. I may want to go new Charizard. And if he leads Meowstic and threatens... Actually, no, Meowstic doesn't even get Encore, so I can just protect and Tailwind in his face. So I think Mew and Charizard is a pretty nice, safe lead here. The only thing that can threaten me is that Staraptor, maybe, but I can just set up Tailwind and then outspeed that Staraptor. And yeah, he might have a Trick Room option here. And Meowstic does get Fake Out. So I think all I'm going to do is Fake Out Drapion and Heat Wave. And if he fakes out my Charizard, we'll just trade Fake Outs. If he fakes out my Mew, then I'll just get a nice big Heat Wave off on these 2 Pokemon. Yeah, he does fake out Charizard, so we'll trade fake outs this turn, and I think I'm fine with that. Because what that allows me to do now is just go for a Helping Hand Heat Wave and just not fear a fake out at all. So yeah, we're just going to get a ton of damage off this turn if we hit our Heat Wave. He goes for Light Screen, which is a very smart move, but Heat Wave still does a ton of damage there. And he goes for Rock Slide Drapion. Misses my Charizard. Wow, I'm not sure if that would have KO'd or not, but that was really unexpected. And you see the power of kind of unexpected teams like that. In case he goes for like the Swagger or something on my Charizard, I was going to set up Tailwind. I almost went for that. Oh, and he just forfeits. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a rough Rock Slide miss. I'm not sure if it would have KO'd or not. He does look like he's a bulky Drapion with Black Sludge, so maybe it wouldn't have KO'd, but you never know. I don't really know my Drapion calcs too well. But yeah, I think some nice ladder points there, and I think we had a pretty nice lead to handle my opponent in that game. So I'm pretty pleased with how I played that one. And yeah, I think I'll just do 2 more battles for you guys after that one. So we're at 14-10 now, so that's a pretty high rating. And if we win our next 2 games, we may get onto that ladder. So that would be pretty exciting. That was my goal all along, but I really want to climb as high as I can. So hopefully we can pick up 2 more wins and push ourselves onto that ladder for this episode. And taking a little longer to find opponents today. But I mean, whenever I go on Showdown, there's always Small Gun Doubles games going on. So I think it's actually a pretty popular format, or more popular than a lot of the other formats on Pokemon Showdown. There's never really been a shortage of players searching for battles. And here we go. Alright, so this guy's kind of got like a VGC 14 team, kind of. What it reminds me of, VGC 14-15 kind of looking thing. With that Double Genies, Kangaskhan, Amoonguss, Aegislash, they were all really popular. This might actually be one of Zach's teams. I feel like it might be. Because I know he loves using Double Genie plus Jellicent plus Amoonguss. Yeah, I don't know, but definitely a threatening team for sure. Leading Mew with Charizard might not be the best idea because of that Kangaskhan threatening my Charizard and that Thundurus and Landorus also threatening Charizard. So I think Charizard will be a Pokemon we want to bring in the back. And yeah, Thundurus actually is a problem for this team. It's something I think that's something I've talked about in earlier episodes. I might want to go with Lucario Kyurem. It's kind of a weird lead. I feel like Lucario's Follow Me is actually going to be kind of valuable in this match, and I think I'm going to go for those 2. There's maybe one game where we actually get to use Follow Me, because I don't think we've used it to too much success so far. If he fakes out my Lucario, I have Steadfast, so that'll be kind of nice. He might fake out Rock Slide, fake out Lucario and Rock Slide. I think I might Sword Dance here, honestly. And then, because I gotta check my speed on my Lucario. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Speed on my Lucario is. Oh, wait. Yeah, we don't outspeed Kangaskhan, so maybe Sword Dance is not the best idea. Maybe just close combating Kangaskhan and protecting. He might switch. I think it'd be really cool if I could go for the Ice Beam here and pick up the KO, but I don't think he's gonna let me do that, so I'm gonna protect. I really don't think he'll let me do that. Okay, he fixed up Lucario, so we will get the Steadfast boost. Why did not flinch? Oh yeah, there we go, cool. So we got that. Yeah, so I guess the protect was a good protect there. I could have gone for the Ice Beam, but now let's just close combat Kangaskhan, and now I think I'll Ice Beam that Landorus. Yeah, this is so tough though. I could Follow Me and Ice Beam Landorus, but then yeah. Now I'm just gonna close combat. I'll put it in Brave Bird range. Put it in range of pretty much any attack. And I don't think he can KO Kyurem, honestly. With a Rock Slide and a Double Edge, he might be able to, but I don't know. I mean, he's got to be fearing this Lucario too. So yeah, he's gonna withdraw his Kangaskhan, and he definitely can't KO me now. And we're faster than him and pick up the KO with Ice Beam. Yeah, so getting the KO on Landorus with there was huge. I'm really glad I did not switch out or Follow Me or anything else. That was great. Yeah, that was a good turn. It's awesome to get that KO. Okay, so now Lucario's not doing much, and I think I want to withdraw Lucario to Follow Me away, attack from the Thundurus and Kangaskhan later on. And he's looking like he might have a Trick Room set up here, so I think I want to switch in my Talonflame maybe, so I can start going for Brave Birds, and then I will just Earth Power the Aegislash. I could double into Jellicent because the King Shield is really, really obvious. But I do not think I'm going to do that. I think I'll go for the Earth Power Aegislash. If he has Weakness Policy, we might be screwed. And yep, he hasn't, of course. I should have seen that, really. He Scalds my Lucario, so that's going to do a lot of damage to Talonflame. And maybe Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon, Kyurem. Yeah, I'm taking it. Okay. So things are looking a little scary now. Yeah, now it's tough. It's very tough now. I think I bring Charizard. and don't target that Jellicent. Which should net me a KO no matter what he does. Even if he like switches or something, we should get big damage off. Yeah, and that was a really obvious King Shield. So smart double target here for us. Yeah, that's definitely gonna pick up the KO. Yeah, because we have Triss banned there, we don't even take life up recoil. We don't even KO ourselves. So that's awesome. We'll be around to Brave Bird another turn. He might have a wide guard, so I think I'm actually gonna have to unfortunately overheat this Aegislash this turn. He's probably bringing Kangaskhan, and if that's the case, yeah. Ooh, yeah, now the fake out games are real, because if he fakes out Charizard, I just want to kind of protect and Brave Bird Kangaskhan, and then get him my Lucario for free. And that'd be really nice. If he fakes out Talonflame, I really don't think he's going to fake out Talonflame. Charizard is a huge threat to my opponent right now. Yep, cool. So we're going to get a free Brave Bird off. That'll put it in close combat range. So now we can bring in Lucario and just close combat overheat, and that'll be nice. Yeah, I should bring Lucario, and I actually get a Heat Wave in close combat, I think. In case he either A, switches Kangaskhan. Yeah, basically in case he switches Kangaskhan, I'll get a nice big fat Heat Wave on it. And I really do not want to drop my special attack just yet. I want to be around to Heat Wave that Amoonguss or overheat that Thundurus potentially. Yeah, so yeah, we're going to get a... Okay, yeah, he goes for the Sucker Punch. I guess that's fine. Alright, cool. He's probably bringing Thundurus, I'd imagine. He has to bring in Thundurus. And if that's the case, I can follow me in Heat Wave. And I'm going to go for just that. If he has Wide Guard, now is the perfect time for him to use it. I don't think he does, though. I really, honestly do not think he does. So let's follow me Heat Wave. Yeah, Thunderbolt, Heat Wave will pick up the KO if it hits. Please hit Heat Wave. Thank God. Awesome. Great. Yeah, that's great. Because now we can just fake out and Heat Wave, and he can't do anything about that at all. So let's fake out the Thundurus. He probably doesn't even expect fake out immune, so he might not even protect at all here. Yeah, and he does it. So free Heat Wave, as long as we hit, this will be the win. We hit the Charizard, miss the Amoonguss. I think that's fine. I think we can still pull out a win here. Yeah, most definitely. Mew can beat Amoonguss one-on-one. Let's just go for the Psychic, and we'll just overheat. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Psychic doing a ton of damage there to Amoonguss. And yeah, my opponent's trying to spawn me out, but that's not going to work. We'll net the win here. Yeah, and great game to my opponent. That was a really well played game on both ends, I think. Yeah, definitely a high level game, and I think my opponent should have preserved his Landorus more. That early Landorus KO was really what set my Charizard up for this massive sweep here you saw at the end, picking up 4 KOs. And that's really what this team is all about, is setting up Charizard to do big damage. And we did that perfectly this game. We took out the Landorus, we brought in Lucario to put Charizard in a position where my opponent could not KO it, and we got a lot of free Heat Waves off. And the offense that we put out with Charizard was just too much for my opponent to handle. So Lucario's Follow Me really coming in handy there. Actually, this is the only game where I've been glad we have it, but it definitely saved us in this game, I think. Because if my opponent could have just Thunderbolted Charizard there, and I couldn't do anything about it with Lucario, then he could just Thunderbolt Charizard for the KO. I'd be forced to bring in Suicune. He could just start Thunderbolting Suicune. I wouldn't be able to set up Calm Mind in time. And that would dispel Doom for us pretty fast. So great game there, and Lucario putting in some work. And we'll hop into one more. Let's check the time here. Ooh, a very cool team for my opponent. Almost kind of minor type looking here. We're fine. A really weird team, but he's got some threatening Pokemon like Conkeldurr, Thundurus, and Charizard, so we want to be wary. Again, I don't think Charizard Mew's the right lead to lead here because he has that faster fake-out pressure. He's got a potential Rock Slide on Conkeldurr. Thundurus is kind of a problem, so I don't want to lead that. I think I do want fake-out, though. For that Vivillon might be like a Choice Scarf Spore Vivillon or Sleep Powder Vivillon with Compound Eyes. I want something to threaten that Thundurus. And again, we don't have it. We don't have anything to threaten Thundurus. It's a really big problem on this team. It's something I'll have to address in the next game. I think Kira might be the way to go, honestly. I think it's the thing that my opponent can hit the least. If he leads Conkeldurr, we have the psychic pressure on it. Yeah, and he's going to lead that Thundurus. That's a really smart Pokemon to lead by him. It's definitely the most threatening Pokemon for my team. And if you combine that with the fake-out pressure, we're certainly in trouble. Again, I think I'm just going to go for the fake-out off of Thundurus. I don't think Ambipom gets Encore or anything. So I think I'm just going to honestly protect Fake Out. I like the best, just to burn my opponent's Fake Out for a turn. And yeah, he fakes out, so we'll just get some nice chip damage on Thundurus and burn the Fake Out. So now what we can do is set up Tailwind, and he can stay with Thunderous and KO my Mew or taunt it. And if he does that, he's going to take an Ice Beam. But if he switches out Thunderous, he's going to lack the offense to do anything, and I'm going to get up a free Tailwind. So I like this play. He Thunder Waves my Kyurem. This could be bad if we miss. He U-turns with Ambipom, so that's a cool move. Sends in Grand Bolt with Intimidate. So he thinks I'm physical, but I'm not. I'm special, and that's going to pick up the one-shot on Thunderous. So yeah, this is exactly why I ran the special Kyurem. No one expects it, really. Now we decide, has Kyurem served his purpose, and do we just let him go down so that we don't take any damage from any of the Pokemon in the back? And I think that might be, unfortunately, the answer. He might fake out Mew and play rough here, and that would be probably a guaranteed KO for my opponent. But what I'm going to... Yeah, this is tough. I'm going to Psychic that Grand Bolt to get some chip damage on it. And I guess I'll just Dragon Pulse and Ambipom in case he doesn't KO me. Yeah, but the fake out play rough is really obvious. Yeah, that's not going to KO. That's going to KO. Okay. Maybe it's Banded? I doubt it, though. We can bring in Charizard at least now. And get off some big damage. Yeah, once again, we've set up Tailwind. We've brought Charizard into a position where he can't immediately threaten me. And the Heat Waves that we're going to be firing off are going to be pretty darn big. Unless it's Rock Slide, Grand Bolt, we're looking really good here. And it just knocks out both Pokemon. So, domination by Charizard for sure here. Alright, the question is, can we take out Charizard? Sun's going down pretty fast. And if Sun goes down, our Suicune's looking real good against Charizard. So maybe I want a Helping Hand overheat that Conqueror. I think I do. And we have banned Talonflame actually to kill that Charizard. So I think this is a pretty nice move to make. And he's Charizard Y, so no crazy Charizard X setup. That could be a problem. And yeah, Helping Hand overheat's going to pick up the KO. He Dragon Pulses my Charizard, which is fine by me. Do I Tailwind Protect here or Tailwind switch to Lucario? Because Lucario is pretty worthless at this point. I think I Tailwind switch to Lucario, honestly. Hopefully he double targeted the Charizard. Yeah, okay, he made the right move there though, for sure. So I'll just try to go for Tailwind again. I'm just gonna get myself into a position where my Talonflame can just get some one shots. I'm actually gonna Bullet Punch that Vivillon in case it has Sash, so that I can Brave Bird it. So yeah, I'll just go for a Tailwind and Bullet Punch that Vivillon. Yeah, that does some nice damage there. I'm guessing he's the... Ooh, that could be bad actually. No, he has Quick Dance, okay. So maybe he was Sash, but... So Talonflame here. If he protects Vivillon, that's fine. He can't kill my Talonflame. And I think he has like Ancient Power, so I think Follow Me is safe here. And yeah, Talonflame's, yeah, Follow Me, no Ancient Power. Oh, he crits my Talonflame though, so he can kill me that way, I guess. I don't want to bring he can't Solar Beam me immediately now, so I can get up a Calm Mind without him Solar Beaming me. I really do not want to bring in my Charizard, honestly. But I'll just go for the close combat. Get some damage on him. Yeah, he Heat Waves. Burns my Suicune. That is probably the one thing my opponent could have done to get himself back into this game. If there was one thing that could have got wrong, that was that. And now we can't immediately just Calm Mind anymore. We gotta Scald. We gotta Overheat. We gotta hope the combination of these attacks is enough to KO. We can live that Solar Beam, yeah. Overheat. Yeah, I think Scald will pick up that. I think we'll get it. And nice. Awesome. Yeah, that was a really good game too, man. 2 great games for you guys today. That guy's team looked a little like non-competitive, but that was a really threatening team actually, and a great game on both parts once again. Yeah, I mean, I gotta give you that win to Charizard again because he put on massive pressure after we got Tailwind. So you really see, I built this team around Charizard, and he's really the hero of a lot of the teams that I built. Because I think most of my teams, I think I've talked about this before, are good at setting up big damage sweeper Pokemon and giving them the tools they need to just sweep through teams uninhibited without taking damage or Thunder Waves or whatever. And yeah, that was a great example. Our Charizard kind of swept through him. Our Talonflame actually put on some really nice pressure that we needed. Our Suicune came at the end, took a hit. If we had something less bulky in place of Suicune, we would have lost that game. So Suicune's bulk and ability to set up Calm Mind in the face of a Charizard helped us a lot. Mew did his job once again. He Tailwinded and he Helping Handed. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. We made some good switches that game to preserve our Charizard. Yeah, great game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. I'm sorry about the 2 days that I missed, but hopefully I'll be able to put out some VGC content soon, and I'll definitely be making more of these episodes, hopefully daily or every other day in the upcoming week. So we actually have a busy next weekend. So hopefully this weekdays I can put out stuff. But yeah, 3 great games today. I hope you guys are interested in hearing about my VGC results, and I'll see you guys next time. And I will have a new team for the next episode. So goodbye for now.